Hello, my name is Veronica and welcome to the Learning Lab, having a little more creative play with paper clay. Come on in and let's get started. So I have tons of this white paper clay, as you may or may not know, and I have been playing with it, having loads of fun. Well, recently I was in AC Moore and was strolling down the aisles trying to look for more things to create molds from, and I came across these embossing soap stamps. It's for people who make their own soaps, and it's where you can put an image into your soap. So I thought, well, if I can put an image into the soap, can I put an image into my clay? And that's what I did. I came home, rolled out some clay, and had a play. Now this is a piece that I have been playing with over and over and over, so it's just a slight bit well used. I am going to take this and flatten it out. Now what I use to flatten it is one of these clamshells that you get with stuff that you buy. This one happens to be one from some Spellbinder dies that I picked up. So I really just want this to press out my clay and get it as flat as I want it to be. Of course, the diameter of your circle is going to depend a lot on how much clay you roll in your ball. And in this one, let's put this cute little butterfly. So I'm just putting this on here, pressing it because I just want the indentation to come out on my clay. And then when you lift off, you have this lovely organic piece that for all of you who do any mixed media or journaling, this will go in beautifully because look at the profile on that. Super duper thin. I thought it was spectacular. So now I'm going to spritz this piece with some of the Inkadikadoo spray ink, and this happens to be the yellow ochre. Pretty. So once I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's just a piece of rubber. So what if I did that with some of my unmounted stamps? Ha! Here we go. Going to go through the same process of flattening out that ball. And I like using this because I don't get my fingerprint shapes into the clay, and I can press this out as flat as I wanted it. So for those of you who are concerned about bulky cards, be concerned no more. Look at that, it's like a pizza. I'm making pizza. Okay, so for this one, I pulled out an outlines stamp that I have, and I love it because it's deeply etched red rubber, so I should get a really nice impression when I put this into the clay. So let's go for it. Again, I don't want to press down too hard that I tear it because I did go pretty thin, but I also don't want to not press enough and don't get the results I want. And when I peel that away, voila, there it is. And you can see there where I went a little thin. But if this is going in a journal, or even on a card, who cares? It's paper clay. Press it back together. Now it's there ready for you to spritz it, color it, chalk it, whatever. But I love the free form of it. And I just have to tell you, I didn't stop there. I went on to another piece of clay. Let's roll that. And you know what? I'm going to sadly take this piece. So I'm going to put these two pieces together, roll those, and use one more item. Now this one, I want it to be a fairly large piece, which is why I combined those two pieces together. I need a little bit of heft, so I don't want to go too thin on this one. Okay, now that I have my nice thin pancake, I am going to go to an embossing folder. It's the Anna Griffin Foulard one. All right, puppy, in you go. Voila, there you are. I have some scissors handy. Let me just pull these, and let's say if I wanted to square it up, which I can certainly do it once it dries. But yeah, look how easily that cuts. I'll say it again, like butter, baby. So I could easily trim that down into a shape to go onto a card. Who knew? So now, because y'all know how I am, here's an opportunity to take just about any rubber stamp that you have. I know people are concerned about how 3D the clay can be, but I'm just going to take this, flip it over, oh, and I've got some indentation there, which might be cool to see how this turns out if I put my snowman on there. So let's just do it. I'll put part of him on there, the scarf part. Applying some even pressure. There's my snowman. Oh my goodness, there's his face right up there. Be still, my beating heart. Start pressing some images for yourself that you can later color or spritz once they dry, or color paint on this, press it in, and your little embellishment is already done. I did not allow this to completely dry. You know, it's still wet, so I cut the shape out while it was wet, but yeah, it's cute. You can wait until it's dry to do it. So I've been playing with the new Energy paper that I picked up at Tuesday morning, along with some of the die cuts with a view. And just to let you know, my location got in more die cuts with a view. They were 8x8 and they're $2.99. You can get in there, get in there. But this is just a card front that I made up. I do that quite often, and then I'll just come along and create some card bases for them to go onto, and this will fit beautifully on there. And how about this as an embellishment that I can put on my card? And if I want, if it's a thank you to somebody, I can very easily stick on a thank you. Now these are just some thank yous I cut in black and white when I was making some cards, so I do have things just pre-made in containers. But isn't that cute? And this could go on with a glue dot. Once it's dry, put it on the back and pop it onto your card, and there you have a nice, let me see if I can get in there, flat embellishment that will easily go through the mail or fit into your artist journal. I just think it's darling. Oh my goodness. I just think this opens up such a unique opportunity to use many of the items that we already have in our crafty spaces. It's going to make you look at those dollar stamps in a whole new light. I know it. As always, thank you for joining me in the lab today. Please be sure to check out my blog at inkallusions.blogspot.com. Until then.